Okay, so we are back doing a little thing for TikTok and maybe, yeah, I can throw this on YouTube also if it's about 5 minutes. Here with my co-host Cam because I posted a TikTok earlier, so I'm getting a good amount of traction talking about Mahomes' all-time ranking right now. I won't say anything else. I'm just introduce Cam. Cam, how you doing, man?
Yeah, obviously everybody saw the news this morning with Brady retiring, but I would be remiss if I did not mention that today, February 1st, is International Women in Sports Day. So all of my female clients that we represent in here had to shout out all of them, Mia Mastrov, Hannah White, all of them. For those who listen to the pod, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you're right. Also want to shout out some of the guests that we've had on the pod who have been women. The best goalie in the nation for 3 consecutive years in college. That's Christina Roque. Led FSU to what, two NCAA tournaments? I mean, championships. We won one of them. Another great guest we had on is Natalie Nakase. She is a assistant right under Becky Hammon and the Aces after Candace Parker just made a super team over there in Las Vegas. And then really want to shout out, just everyone that we've had on. So with that being said, let's hop into this discussion. Cam, I made this statement on TikTok that right now I would only take Tom Brady over Patrick Mahomes. That's the only quarterback all time I'm taking. This isn't career accolades. This isn't the greatest of all time. Take all the lore and the stories away. I'm talking on the field. Who's the best player I'd take? Only Tom Brady. Shout out to him over Mahomes. Do you agree with me? And if not, what quarterbacks are you taking after Tom Brady?
I actually do agree with you, but I think it's fair to go ahead and just take it a step farther. I mean, Mahomes is singly the greatest, most talented quarterback we have ever seen. I know Tom Brady has every accolade available to him. I mean, all the comebacks in the fourth quarter. We know what Tom Brady can do. We know the Super Bowl rings, the MVPs, yards, every record in the book probably has Tom Brady's name on it at this point. But if you strip all that away and you look at them individually as quarterbacks, put regardless of the situation. I mean, Brady had some elite defenses back in those days with some of the Super Bowl runs. This man, Patrick Mahomes, half a leg, top three wide receivers are out, playing eight rookies on the defense against Joe Burrow. Heard the talk all week about everybody talking about how much better Joe Burrow is than him. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? No, it's Patrick Mahomes, and he's the most talented quarterback we have ever seen. He's the best to ever do it at his position. And I mean, we're not going to go as far as to call him the GOAT, obviously, because of Tom Brady's accolades and such. He's got a long ways to go, but it's still very early in his career. But I think this Super Bowl is very important for him. I mean, if you can get another one this early, that's a huge step in your career.
Absolutely. This Super Bowl is going to be monumental to how people see him going forward. But I want a couple of things that popped up while you were talking. The first one is that we're seeing a lot of the Peyton versus Manning, Mahomes, Burrow type of, comparisons. And I don't like that comparison. To me, it's more like Tiger Woods versus the field. And what we saw is that Tiger Woods was always the best golfer, right? But maybe one year maybe one year Phil Mickelson gets him. Maybe one year Jordan Spieth gets him. Maybe one year Rory McIlroy gets him. But everyone still knows you have to go through Tiger if you want to get that accolade. That's where Mahomes is right now. Now, the second thing I want to say with Joe Burrow is that game was tied at 20. It was anyone's game. Joe Burrow got the ball back. They were driving down the field. They punted it twice. Two chances to do it. Same thing when someone on Twitter mentioned Aaron Rodgers. I said 2021 NFL playoffs, Bucks versus Packers. That game was anyone's game in Green Bay. Anyone's game. Guess what happened? Aaron Rodgers couldn't come through.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but it was right after the AFC Championship game. Nick Wright previously beforehand had issued his AFC Championship quarterback rankings, and it was Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and then Patrick Mahomes on one leg. After he issued an apology and decided and declared that Patrick Mahomes on one leg is in fact better than Joe Burrow.
Absolutely, man. I want to give Nick Wright a lot of props because he puts his money where his mouth is. First of all, he bets on all these games, and then secondly, it's really hard to miss those shows at 3 o'clock because I would love to see people take a victory lap after people were doubting him the whole time. He was saying the Bills were fraudulent from week 4. People were killing him for it, and you know what? He turned out to be right. So right now, Cam, you're saying that right now Mahomes is 2. Are you saying that?
I mean, as far as talent, or I mean, overall, I mean, you still got to put Peyton Manning ahead of him as of right now. I mean, one Super Bowl, one MVP. I mean, he's going to have another MVP after this year. He's like minus 6,000 or whatever to win that award. But Peyton's resume is still stacking up there. I mean, he's got a little ways to go to catch up to him. Do I think he's more talented? Yes. Do I think he's more talented than Brady? Yeah, also yes. But as of right now, the resume just doesn't stack up for me quite yet.
Let me rephrase this question before we hop on out of here. I put you in a room with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Joe Montana, Steve Young, and we can even go people like Troy Aikman and John Elway, right? We're taking all those players in their prime. You have a team, a great offensive line, great receivers, great defense, everybody, and you need one quarterback to fill out that team. Who are you taking in that room?
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes, and I mean, I'm glad. I think you're on the same page as me. And we saw this. We saw this back in the olden days when they crowned Jordan the best player to ever play basketball before he even won three of those rings, three more of those rings. So it's always early, but you can see the greatness. I mean, there's everybody clowns Chris Collinsworth for basically swallowing Mahomes' schlong on the broadcast sometimes, but I mean this guy is just if you sit down and literally watch him every play, this guy is worth all the coverage he's getting. He is that guy.
Someone in the comments said, "Oh, for Peyton Manning," and I responded, "If you dropped Mahomes into 2004, they would commit him or they would charge him with crimes against humanity and witchcraft for what he would be doing on that field, man."
A lot of people said too that they thought Patrick Mahomes wouldn't be the same guy without Tyreek Hill. The last 4 years run he's been on, this year is his highest yards per play average out of any year he's had as a starter in Kansas City. And he lost Tyreek Hill this year, and he's still set a career high for him in that standpoint. That's just incredible and just speaks to a testament of how great of a player he is.
Absolutely. Well, the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks on Sunday. Even if Mahomes loses, my take stays the same. It does not change. I'm telling you that right now. Talent wise, best wise, I'm taking Mahomes. But if he gets number two against a stacked Eagles team, oh man, y'all won't be able to hear it, the end of it from me. With that being said, Cam and I will see y'all later. Peace.